Hello and welcome to Manifest Tarot, or welcome back. Thank you for all of you that have subscribed. If you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, you will get readings that are going to be centered around manifesting your goals. This whole channel is about readings tailored towards manifestation work. So in this reading, we're going to be looking at what is blocking your manifestations. It's kind of a shadow work reading in a way, in that we're looking at whatever it is that's holding you back from achieving your goals. So that could be in your environment. It could be something you're doing that's like a self-sabotaging kind of a thing, or it could be something out of your control. So we're going to take a look and see what is holding back your manifestations right now. So if you take a look at the piles, this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So I recommend gazing upon the piles and choosing a pile that you feel drawn to, using your intuition. And if you feel drawn to more than one pile, there might be more than one message for you. Okay, so take a moment, relax, take a deep breath, choose a pile, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to take a look at what is blocking your manifestation. I have 3 decks that we're going to use. This is the Lightseer's deck. We're going to be using this tarot deck to get some advice on how you can release the energies, as it will, that is blocking your manifestations, or what you can do basically to get your manifestations going. This is the Rose Oracle, so this is going to give us a little bit more of some advice towards the end. And this is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. It's a little cute little deck. It's my little mini one, the pocket-sized one. So we're going to look at that first. That's going to be the tarot deck we use to see what is blocking your manifestation. So here we have the oracle cards. We are going to, what was I going to do? Yeah, these 3 are going to be what we're going to look at first, and these cards are going to come towards the end. So I'm going to put those, put them here for now. Okay, so let's take a look at what is blocking your manifestation work, and see what we can do about it. Okay, so first we have the Sword. Okay. So this card is essentially the essence of what is blocking you. It's getting into the heart of the matter, so it will. And these other 2 cards as well are going to go into the heart of it and what it is that is blocking you. So this is like your overview cards. We also have Authority. And it says, the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Okay. And the final card we have here is Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So I'm going to try and get these cards straight. I always end up going back when I'm reviewing and editing the videos, and I see that they're crooked, and it drives me crazy. Hopefully they are straight for you. Okay, so let's get into it. So what I can see here with what is blocking you with the Sword here is a lack of action, of decisive action. And it needs to come from a place of authority. And I feel here too, with the Fear card coming up, is that you're feeling insecure. Like you doubt your own abilities to have that authority. Some of you, it's a timidity, like a little bit timid, and others, it's just simply insecurity or just not, where it's just out of your comfort zone. You're just not used to taking control of a situation. You're not used to having authority. You're not used to saying, this is what I want. This is what you're going to do for me. It takes, practice, and it takes just doing it. And so what the sword is saying here is it's time to wield that sword of authority. It's time for you to make some really clear, decisive actions towards what you want, the goal you want to achieve here. So your manifestation blockage is simply your inaction. So there is something you're not doing, something you're afraid to do. And often fear is a wonderful guidepost for us. So whatever it is you're afraid to do, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. I know that really sucks to hear that. I deal with that myself. I know how that feels. It's like, I don't want to do that. But you're being called to do something. And it's this thing that you are afraid to do. So whatever it is that you're feeling afraid of, so for everyone doing this reading, it's going to be different. So I can't really give you examples. There's nothing really coming through. It's more of an essence of this apprehension because it's something that's unfamiliar, something in the unknown, something that is... I get the feeling for a lot of you, it's just something that you're not comfortable with. It's something you've never done before. It's way outside your comfort zone. But that is where your manifestations lie. That is where your dream life lies, outside your comfort zones. Life does not happen in a comfortable way. Life is uncomfortable. This is how we gain experience. This is how we gain wisdom. And so you're being asked to take the lead here, be brave, and go after that thing. Like the sword is, you think of somebody who's holding a sword, he's going to war. It takes an incredible amount of bravery to face your death if you're a soldier going to war. But that's not what you're being asked to do here, so it's okay. You're not going to die. You're not being asked to risk your life. You're just simply being asked to face those things inside of you that are holding you back because you're afraid. And use the fears as your map. That's your roadmap. Whatever it is that you're afraid of, that's where you have to go. That's the road the path you must follow. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's just true. So I'll give you an example. So this is an example, not necessarily your situation. Let's say you really want to help people organize their house. Let's say you're a home organizer and you know that doing maybe videos for showing people how to organize things is something you want to do. But maybe you've been doing videos, but only of your hands, like I'm doing right now. Now I don't hide my face in my videos. You can see plenty of videos where I've put my face in. It's just today I didn't want to put on makeup, so... But it's also easier for you to see the cards. However, for that example, let's say that's what you've been doing. You've been hiding your face and hiding yourself. But what you're being asked to do now is step out in front of the camera, show your face, and say, here I am, and this is what I think you should do. And speak with authority. So that's an example. I'm not saying that you necessarily have to go have a YouTube channel. Maybe you don't want to do that. So I'm not saying that you need to do something that doesn't feel right, doesn't resonate with you. What I'm saying is that you know in your heart, in your gut, that you need to step it up a notch. And that's what's holding you back. And that's the best example I can give is like, you've been doing things a little bit safe. So the YouTube example, for if you have a YouTube channel and you're not putting your face in your YouTube channel, now it's time to step out and put your face on your YouTube channel. If you have a social media channel, and maybe you've been just doing some kind of safe, pretty, self-indulgent posts, now it's time for you to step up and be a little more vulnerable and show people without makeup, show you in a more raw state. Or maybe you want to be a teacher. You like to teach, but you're afraid to stand in front of people and give a speech or talk. So what you're being asked to do now is to meet those fears, whatever's holding you back. So, for example, being the teacher example, now's the time to go take a course or do something to practice public speaking so you have a little bit more confidence when you're speaking in public. These are the kinds of things that I'm getting from this group, from this pile, is that there is something you're afraid to do. There is something that's been holding you back, and that is what you're being asked to do. Fear is your roadmap. Fear is your guide, okay? That's where you have to go. And I know that's a terrible thing because you feel afraid, but your fears are simply your inhibitions. It's just it's like a self-sabotage thing. So that's what I'm going to say here so far for these cards. We're going to do the tarot now to take a look at what the tarot has to say about your block, what is holding you back. But yeah, what I'm really getting here is just a sense of like apprehension. There's a real apprehension coming from this pile. Now, I think I might actually move, I'm going to move these cards over here. The first pile is always the one where I'm kind of figuring out where things go. So hopefully that is straight. Okay, and then we'll put that one, that one about there, so that we can see all of your cards when they get laid out. Okay. Now, again, I apologize if any of this looks crooked and it's driving you crazy, because if you're anything like me, oh, I hate that so much. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we're just going to draw a few cards here to see what is blocking your manifestations. I think we kind of know, but let's take a little bit of a deep dive. This is a great deck to use for shadow work. Anything with the wild unknown, it's all about your psyche. It's a great, great, great deck for that. Okay. Let's take a look. It's just the teetsiest little deck. Okay. Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands. The two aces. Okay. So I'm going to put these up here. This one is, ooh, wow, yes, Six of Wands. Wow. This reading is so clear. I love it. I love it when a reading comes out being very clear. It's very, very, just the facts, ma'am. Okay, sorry, fiddling. And Son of Pentacles. So this would be, this is the Knight of Pentacles. Do we want one more? Yes, we do. Okay. Put those aside now. Okay, so it's very, very clear to me here that you're being asked to follow your passion and what you love, and to step out into the spotlight here. People need to see you. So you've been hiding yourself a little bit, and you need to be seen. You need to come out, and you need to take authority, and you need to be decisive, and you need to be very, so a lot of you might actually need to niche down a little here. So if you're working with any kind of business, maybe you're a little broad, and now it's kind of like coming down to focusing in on one thing, something that really makes you put your love into, and something that really fills your cup with joy, and also revs your engines. It's something that's a spark of inspiration. And you're being asked to be that spark of inspiration for other people. You're asked to be that source of love and joy for other people. And you need to put yourself out there. So the Six of Wands here is telling me that you're not putting yourself out there enough, and you really need to put yourself out there. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this is about planning. So this is about, you have your plans. I think a lot of you have plans. You kind of know what you want to do in a way, but you're lacking a little bit of direction. You're lacking that decisive, focused, really, put yourself in the driver's seat. It's time to go where you're going and not be afraid. So the Strength card here is to stand out of your comfort zone. It's to do something that you're afraid of, because you can do it. And to really be kind to yourself as well. I'm seeing that you need to give yourself a little bit of a break, because maybe you're being a little hard on yourself. You don't think you can do it, but you do have the strength to do it. You do. You can. And these cards are very much encouraging you to just make a plan of action and step out in front of a camera, step out in front of people. Like, let them see you. It's time. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to take action on the thing that you have been wanting to do. So the Ace of Cups, aces are the beginnings. They're starting. You need to start. Okay? You need to start. People need to see you. They need to see what what your plans are. Okay? You've been planning. And if you haven't yet, then this is saying to make a plan of action here. And know that you have the courage inside of you. You have the strength. You are like you think of the Wizard of Oz, the lion just wants, I just want courage, but you have it. You have courage. Maybe you haven't practiced that enough yet. Maybe people in your life have been a little judgmental towards you. And maybe you've just been, for whatever reason, you're feeling insecure, like you don't feel confident in your goals. But you need to feel confident in your goals here. You need to get past this fear. Fear is your guidepost. That's where you need to go, okay? And you have the strength, you have the courage to do it. You really do. People need to see you now. That's what's holding you back. What's holding you back is a fear of, and by seeing you, I don't necessarily mean stepping out in front of a camera or speaking in public. I mean, that's probably what it is, but it also is more like there's a part of you that you suppress. You're afraid to let people see it. You're afraid of it. It's like you're protecting it like this, right? But you need to release it like this butterfly, whoosh, to fly. People need to see you soar. You need to just kind of allow yourself to be seen, is what I'm getting here. Okay. So that's kind of like a dual reading. I'm going to look at how you can do this. We'll look at a little more practical, but really what's blocking you is just, you haven't really started doing the thing that you need to do. You need a plan of action, and you need to follow the thing that is very much, your passions. Something in you that wants to come out. There's something in you that wants to come out, and you're holding it back out of fear and a lack of really good planning, or your plans are not, or you do have good plans necessarily, or you've been planning something, but your execution isn't working here. Something about, and it has a lot to do, go back here, with fear and authority, and being an authority. If you look at the Strength card, the lion has the rose in its mouth. It's about taking authority, but doing so with love. Okay, let people see your love, your passions, the things that are in your heart. So for some of you, what's blocking you is simply a lack of planning and fear. And something that's holding you back from allowing people to see what's really in your heart, and what really is something that makes you feel excited. But there's a real sense of a lack of planning, or the plans aren't going as well because you're not willing to come out and let people see your true self. You let your true light shine through here. You're dimming your light because of fear. You're afraid of people seeing you. And this is saying you need to step up and roar like a beautiful, loving, inspiring roar that's inside you. And you don't believe that about yourself, I think. Some of you don't believe that. And this flipped over. We're going to take it out. 5 of Swords. Because I think that's an important card here. And the reason why I think the 5 of Swords flipped over here was because what I love about this deck is the crows or swords. You think of a crow, they're loud. They're loud. And they're very intelligent creatures. So the sword is air energy, it's thought. It's about your intelligence too. And they're very smart. So crows are very smart and intelligent, but they're also very protective. You know, they protect their own interests, which is often, their babies and things. So the sword energy here, the 5 of Swords, is telling me that you're allowing your own negative thoughts to block you. It's just like this crow talking to his ear. You're not good enough. You can't do it. Or this feeling like other people, you have to compete with others and you're not going to win. And it's not, you need to step back from the competition aspect of things here. You're not competing with anyone but yourself. So don't compare yourself to others ever, because you will only ever lose in that comparison. You will only ever come up short. So don't do that. Focus on your own strengths, your own gifts. Now, when I started, I'm going to give you an example here. When I started my business, I had to do something big and brave, and it was scary as hell. And when I started, what I did was I did not look at my competition. I didn't look at what anybody else was doing. Tunnel vision only about myself. And I put myself out there with this tunnel vision. Later, I started looking at, what other people were doing, and that kind of helped me. But it also hindered me because I found myself comparing myself to other people. Well, they're going faster than I am. Well, people are looking at them and not me. And why do they get blah, 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 And all that does is just muck up the works. You need to focus on your mission, your goal, and not let other people and their get in your way or compare yourself to anyone else, because you have your own gifts, you have your own talents that is unique to you, and just do those. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't compare yourself to other people, okay? And don't listen to the negativity of other people either, or your own. Don't listen to your own negativity. You gotta shut all that stuff out and just be brave and step into the light here, okay? 8 of Swords, exactly. This is in your head. Your own fears, your own negativity is allowing yourself to feel like you can't move forward and that you're blocked. But you're not blocked. The only thing blocking you is yourself. Okay? 3 of Swords. It comes from some kind of previous heartbreak, something in your past. Maybe you had a disappointment before. Maybe somebody's been mean to you. Maybe you were bullied. Maybe there's something in your heart that is aching and longing. But it's all in your head, though. Because even though, people might have caused you pain, and they might have said and done horrible things to you, and I'm sorry if that triggers anybody. I don't want to do that, but it's also important to face these things. Because whatever other people said or did about you is not about you, okay? It's about them. And that's a really important, very important thing for you to put into your heart here. Whatever happened to you before, whatever things have happened to you before, those are just things that happen. Those things that people said about you, that's about them. It is not about you, okay? Let that go. Let it go. Start to think more positive. Start to have more courage. Follow your fear. I had to do it too. I'm just using myself as an example because I kind of feel called to do that. I was terrified of getting in front of a camera and speaking about certain things, especially. Terrified. My family followed me. It was mortifying. Did not want to see my family to see me, but I did it anyway. And because I did it anyway, I just, to hell with my fear, I'm doing this. It was rewarded, and it will be rewarded with you as well. So what you really need to do is to step forward out into that light. Six of Wands. Let them see you. Let them see you roar. Have some confidence. Don't let the naysayers get to you. You gotta just let that stuff go. People are mean online too. Whoo. And you might be really sensitive. I'm pretty sensitive too. Some people say some horrible things to me online. Awful, awful things. People think they can do that because you're not there in front of them. But delete them, block them, and don't let them in, okay? Don't let those voices in. Just don't. The devil. So you're addicted to this kind of pain. You're addicted to this feeling of sadness, of heartache. That's what I get here. I'm getting this sense that you you're clinging too much to this negative way of thinking. I can't do this. It's not meant for me. I can't stand in front of me too. Like, I felt all these things too, but I was wrong and you're wrong. Okay, you can do these things. I'm telling you right now. And it's not because I'm a psychic. It's just because this is the truth. Whatever you believe about yourself is false. What I mean about the negative things, that you can't do these things. Saying things like, I'm not good enough, or people just won't like me, or I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not thin enough, or I'm not sexy enough, or people don't like my voice, or I can't speak well, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not experienced enough. Whatever those negative little voices are, you need to shut them up, and you just need to do it anyway. Okay? Do it anyway. Do it anyway. That's clearly what the cards are saying here. Don't worry about what other people think. Do it anyway. Okay, last card. Page of Cups. So Page of Cups, especially in this, you see like pigs fly. It's like, it's a disbelief. And I think it's because it's coming next to the devil here. It has a lot to do with the fact that you have kind of childlike ideas about things that stem from your childhood. Right? Things like you were told when you were younger and you just believed them. Oh, our family, we don't do these kinds of things. Or we're just not like that. Or you need to follow this path because this is how everyone else has done it. Something like that. You're being held back by your own ideas and beliefs about things. And it's asking you to kind of tap into that childhood. Let yourself free. You know, when we're children, we're free. We just do it. We're not afraid of what people think because we don't have those experiences yet where, you know, we've had our heart broken. You know, we're still innocent. And you kind of need to go back to that innocent place and have some fun here. Have fun. That's what the advice is saying. Have fun. Let the devil go. The devil is holding you down, and the devil is your own thoughts, your own mind. And you're clinging on to some old heartaches, and you're allowing them to be your beliefs. You're allowing them to take over your life. Those things have to go. And what the cards are really saying here is for you to trust yourself and know that you can do this, okay? Don't let other people's or your own negativity get in the way. Okay, so I'm going to look at some oracle cards here. The ones we had, milk and honey. See? Life. You can have whatever you want, okay? You can have whatever you want. That's what this card is saying. You can have whatever you want to have. I'm going to start piling these on top. You believe that. You believe that life is sweet. You believe that life will give you the things that you want. This is about belief here. It's about belief. About you believing that you are worthy. This is a lot of swords energy. So this is about your mind. Your mind really needs to be cleared, okay, of the thoughts that are holding it back. You know that you need to know that you deserve to have the same riches and beautiful life that other people have. It is not something that you are being held back from. The only thing you're being held back from enjoying this table of abundance is within yourself, okay? Be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of your work. Be proud of what you do. You're holding yourself a little back, okay? So this is saying roar it out. You need to step in front of the light. You need to take command here. You know? So we're going to look at the Rose Oracle. I love this new deck. It's by the same woman who does the Starseed. If you recognize the Starseed Oracle. What's her name again? Rebecca Campbell, right. Okay. So it's a really nice deck. And it helps to get into a little bit more about a little bit more of a spiritual guidance here. So this is going to be some spiritual guidance to help you. A little bit of extra in advice and guidance for you. All right. Let's see. I do it over here. Nope. Needs a little bit more shuffling. Okay. There we go. Okay, so first card, plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, grounded action. That's that Knight of Pentacles, Son of Pentacles. This is about you making a plan and acting on it, okay? This is about getting into the path that you're meant to go here and really rooting yourself in the life that you want. Rooting yourself there and not letting anyone else plant their own crap in your garden. You keep your garden clean of other people's plants and you plant what you want to plant. This is about you building a beautiful garden of your own and really grounding yourself into this work that you want to do. Okay. The breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. So yeah, it's that Three of Swords energy. There's something that's been hurting. Okay. And it's time to heal that. It's time to let it go. There's some kind of sadness, something that is, it's a heartache, heartbreak. And I think a lot of that has to do with your own beliefs. And it's your own beliefs, but they do come from, a source. It's not like you just were born believing that you can't do things. You were told that, or you were shown that somehow by people being cruel, or by something happened. Maybe you've tried doing this before and something really bad happened. I'll give you a for instance again, because I kind of just got this thought in my head, and I think that I feel called to share it. So when I was very young, well, not very young, I was a teenager, but it seems very young now. I was in drama, and so we were putting on a play, and I was again mortified to speak in front of people. I just had some horrible stage fright, and I had the worst drama teacher. My drama teacher didn't like me. My drama teacher did not inspire me, made me feel even worse. It was terrible. I had a horrible experience. And so we put on this play, and the entire school was there and other schools. So there was a whole bunch of other schools that came too. And I bombed. I bombed so badly because I was so scared and I didn't feel any courage, and I didn't have the encouragement from my teacher. I didn't feel the love, and I was made fun of for weeks after that. People say, wow, you really bombed. I heard that from other schools, and it was like, how embarrassing. And my fear of public speaking lasted for decades after that. It wasn't until I got into my 40s, which are where I'm at now, that I finally just said, enough. I don't care if these people made fun of me. I was afraid then. It doesn't mean I can't speak now. Everyone has their own voice now with the internet. people will come to you. The right people will come to you, and you have to believe that. And let those old sad heartaches go. They can't define your life, okay? And maybe it's time to go see a therapist or somebody to talk through whatever things in your past that are causing you pain. Meditating and breathing exercise called the breathing rose. So this is about you healing some of these hurts so that you can really move forward here. Last but not least, the sacred union, beloved within inner and outer relationships. Yes, this is about you believing that you are worthy of the attention of other people, that other people will want to see you. They'll want to hear what you have to say. They'll want to be with you. They'll want to follow you on your path. They want you to take the lead. They want to listen to you. And know that in yourself, that you will be drawing in the people that will be right. And that you will also find the right people for yourself for the things that you need to do here. You have all the tools that you need, okay? What's holding you back is just fear. And that stems from some heartaches or something from your past that is mucking with you now. And it's a belief that you have that is holding you back. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you back. Do comment if this resonated with you. I love getting the comments. It makes me feel connected to you, that I'm not just talking to myself. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I love having you here, and I hope that you find the courage to act on your goals, because you deserve that life. All right. Bye now. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so this reading, we're going to be talking about what is blocking your manifestation. So we're going to see what it is, whether it's in your own head or whether it's something in your environment or something that's going on that is blocking your manifestation. So I am going to first take these 3 cards. Are going to be what we're going to look at first. We're going to look at these a little bit later. These are the tarot oracle decks and tarot decks we're going to use. So this is the Rose Oracle deck. We're going to use that at the end. And these are the 2 tarot decks that we're going to use. This one is going to be for what is blocking your manifestation, and this is advice for how you can move past it. So I'm going to put that aside too. It's such a small table. All right, so let's take a look at what is blocking your manifestation, Pile 2. What's going on here? Let's see. We have the vision. Let's take a look. The vision, yes. Okay. Next, we have perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edge of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. All right. I'm going to put this over here. I was saying in pile 1 that I often go back and I see in the video that it's crooked and it drives me crazy. Hopefully these don't look crooked. Okay. And last but not least, surrender. I can release my need to control. Okay. So what I feel very, very strongly here for this pile is you're lacking a vision, very plainly. Or your vision is skewed because you're very busy. I feel this pile is very busy. You have a lot going on, a lot of distractions in your life. And so maybe you want to do something and maybe you have kind of a vision to do it, but you haven't really put it out there. You haven't created a vision board, you haven't gelled it together. It's like it's not coming together. So if you can see in this card, it's the hands coming together and the owls surrounding it is wisdom. And we have the moon and the sunset and the mountains. It's like there's a wall between. And I feel for this is that it's so we get to perception and surrender. The way you're seeing things is not clear. Your vision is not clear. And I think that has a lot to do with you're a busy, busy person. And you just... sometimes you're busy because your life is busy. Maybe you have kids and you work a job full time and, things are busy, and that's understandable. But I think that a lot of you are piling things on top of your already kind of busyness, or you're creating this busy life to avoid certain things. It's an avoidance thing. And it's also a need to control. It's a need to control everything going around you. It's like, if I keep doing all of these things, nothing's going to fall apart. But what happens is that you overburden yourself, and then everything does fall apart eventually. And then, you feel like you failed somehow. And I feel like this is a lack of perception and a real clear vision of what you want. It's like you're perceiving things through this clutter. And it's like you need to declutter your life here, because you're not getting a clear scope of what it is that you really want. So maybe, let's just give it a I'm going to use the same example that I used in pile 1 and just keep it going. So we used an example of somebody who wants to be an organizer. Okay. And maybe you want to help people organize, and you want to create an organization business. But you don't really have it down on paper. It's just an idea you have. You haven't actually created a vision board. You haven't created a plan. You don't have any, there's nothing holding it together. It's just kind of an idea but your idea of what you want to do is obscured by all of the stuff that you've put in the way, and your need to control what's happening in your life. And it's saying to release that control, because you really need to get a clear vision. Your perception is skewed by this need to control everything in your life. And it's saying to surrender. So you need to surrender some things here. You need to drop some things. Maybe this might be just one for one of you, but I get piano lessons for your kids. Okay. Maybe your kids aren't into them. Maybe they're not practicing and it's a battle, but you feel it's important. Maybe you just need to let it go. Maybe they don't need piano lessons right now. Maybe it's time to put yourself first. Allow yourself time to do things you want to do by removing all these extra things that aren't really necessary, at least not right now. Okay. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. Perhaps you're putting too much on yourself and on other people in a way to control things so that the outcome can be what you expect, instead of surrendering control and saying, you know what, I don't need to be doing all these things. Kids don't need to be in basketball or hockey classes. I don't need to take this extra job on the weekends. I don't really need that extra money right now. I'm doing okay. Or I don't need to be helping out or volunteering at this place right now because it's taking up my time, and all the way there, it's a wonderful thing that I'm doing. I need to do something else right now. I need to follow my own goals. I need to look at myself. I need a clear vision. It's like you need to clear away something. You're doing too much or too many things or something. Something that you're doing is causing you to not have a clear vision to be able to move forward. So I'm going to take a look at these. Are the cute little, look how tiny it is. A little pocket version of the Wild Unknown. Wild Unknown is really the Wild Unknown archetype. This is the tarot deck. It's a great set of cards when you really want to look at your psyche and shadow work. And that's pretty much what this is. When we're looking at the blocks and our manifestations, we're looking at the shadow side of things. What's blocking you? Okay. And a lot of the times we're just our own worst enemy. Huh. Look at that. I love it when the right amount of cards comes out. All right. Okay. First we have Nine of Cups. Dreaming is coming up here for me too. Dreaming. Ooh, I think I remember one of your oracle cards that I pulled as well. That's, yeah. There's an oracle card I'll show you a bit later that I pulled for you. Yeah, it's dreams. You might be getting visions in your dreams, okay? So that's a message that's strongly coming through. And the thing about dreams is they can be really weird. Like, what? But if you write it down, all the details you can remember of the dream, sometimes you can see that they're what your brain is trying to tell you, right? Or the vision is coming through and what it's trying to say. Two of Pentacles. Uh-huh. The Fool. Yes. Yes. Six of Wands. That's what came out in the last pile as well. So you've got 6 cards that have come out. Last pile had 5, but you wanted 6. So here we go. We have the Father of Wands. Okay. Which is the King of Wands. I got the entrepreneurial vibe from this pile. Well, I think a lot of people, when you're looking at these kind of blocking manifestation, I think a lot of people like the hustle. You know, how can I monetize like this passion that I have? And I think that's what this is. Last but not least, we have the 5 of Swords. Everything in your life right now is a constant battle, isn't it? Yeah, that's what that is to me. Okay, so let's make sure these are straight. I was saying that in the last pile as well. I really don't like it when I go back and I look at the cards and they're all crooked, and oh man, that must drive people crazy. Okay, because it's distracting. All right, so what is blocking your manifestation here? You don't know what you want. You're not, so the 9 of Cups is a wish come true. So what's blocking, when it's in the blocked position, it's like you kind of don't, either you don't believe that you can get this thing. So maybe that's part of it. But I sense that you're busying yourself so much that you are not allowing yourself to have time to build this life that you want to build. And you're lacking the vision to do it. It's there. But it's like a sabotage thing, and it's a sabotage thing coming from his need to control everything by doing a lot. So the 9 of Cups here is telling me that you really need to think about what it is that you really want to do. Like, what is your heart's desire? What do you really wish for? Put it down, write it down, okay? So the 2 of Pentacles, again, that's about balancing work. So it's like balancing things. So it's like having 2 jobs, essentially, is how I always see the 2 of Pentacles. Like, it's a balance. Like, things are topsy-turvy, but you've got things in control. So it's, again, that feeling like you need to be in control. And maybe it's also because we need to work a job to afford the life that we, we have to pay rent. So you might not be doing exactly what you want to be doing right now. Or you might have to do some things on the side to make this happen. And maybe you feel like you're already doing too much. So you're having a hard time balancing out these things, okay? But the Fool here, the chick, it's like you need a beginner's attitude. You need to just step onto the unseen path. See, when you're in control, you want to do things that are familiar. You want to do things that you know will have the right outcome. You want to be in control of it. But the Fool is just putting caution to the wind and just going for it. And that's what you need to do here. You need to rise up. So the 6 of Wands, again, with the first pile, you're not allowing people to see you. And from this, you could see all the brambles. So we have the butterfly coming up from the brambles. This is you and your busyness, your busy work, all this stuff. And it's blocking you from being free. The butterfly, 2 butterflies, okay? Butterflies are about transformation, but that's also about allowing your light to shine, to be the beautiful butterfly that you are, and freeing yourself from the clutter of whatever it is that's in the way of you releasing. It's like the Death card in a way. But the 6 of Wands here for me is because it's right next to the Father of Wands. So that, again, is about that. So the King of Wands is very much confidence. There's a lot of confidence, belief in his own ideas. He follows his passions without apology. He's not afraid to let himself shine. He's very protective. So I feel like with this, because there's this boa constrictor, and he's like, oh, is that a boa constrictor? No, that's the, oh, good Lord. I forgot. That snake. The snake where it's like, you know, from, I think of the movies. Oh, Lord. My brain, it's right there. Harrison Ford movies. You know, Indiana Jones, when he falls into the pit of snakes, and they're like little snakes. I forgot the name of them. Asp? No, something. Anyway, it's like a protective thing. It's like protective, but you are protective, and you can still have that. You can still be in control, but you kind of have to be in control by letting go of control here. You kind of have to surrender things. You can't control everything in life, okay? Not everything is going to be within your control. Some people really believe that if they just do everything perfectly, and if they keep busy and they do things, then the bad shit won't happen. And then lightning strikes, and now you're on this defensive. And again, that's the Five of Swords. Like, you're constantly having to defend yourself. You're to fend off. And I just feel like that's what you're doing. You're just fending off things, and you're not in this clear place. It's like everything in your life is a battle, it feels like right now. And you're in defensive mode. And you're being blocked by your own busyness. And a lack of vision. And so, let's take a look at what you can do about it. Light Seers Tarot deck. This is another tarot deck that I like to use for shadow work because it has crows for swords energy. Crows are intelligent creatures, but they're also loud and obnoxious. Yeah, and it has a lot to do with our mind and what how we perceive things. Like, your perception is skewed. How you're seeing things is skewed, and it has a lot to do with the fact that you're balancing too much. You're not allowing yourself enough time to shine because you feel like everything's a battle in your life. But a lot of those battles are self-inflicted. They're things that you're creating yourself. They're not, I mean, some of them aren't. You see, this worm is wounded. It's like you're split in half. You're in two places. Two places. This is split in half. Split in half. Split in half. It's like you need to bring those together now and focus on yourself. Okay? All right, let's see what these cards want to tell you. So we have Three of Pentacles. There we go. So this is what you need to do to remove your blocks or to get past your blocks, and that is let other people help you. Because I kind of feel like, you know, when somebody, I often find, because I know control freaks, they often don't take help from other people. And this is saying you need help from other people. Join a community. Okay, so let's go back to the organization example again. So, you know, you want to start this organization business. Maybe you need to join a group of other entrepreneurs, women or men, whoever, or just a group, it doesn't matter, who, I don't know why I got woman though. So maybe some of you need to join a women's group, putting that out there, but obviously not all of you who are going to identify as a woman, but just a group of like-minded people who are going to inspire you and help you with what you need to do. Or maybe it's just So Pentacles is about helping with work. It's about a collaborative effort. So this is about you maybe hiring some people to do some of the things that maybe you just need to hire somebody to clean your house so you don't have to clean it. You know, maybe you need somebody to babysit your kids or take your kids to their practices and do things. But I think it's more about you need help creating this vision and making it come to life. It has to do with you finding people who will bring forth this vision for you. Next, Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's about that clear vision. Like this is a breakthrough. What needs to happen is you need to have that breakthrough, that aha moment. And that's going to happen when you finally take a break and have a moment to yourself to really look inside yourself and what needs to happen here. Five of Swords. Yeah, it's your own. You're just allowing a lot of noise, and there's too much noise in your head. Is what I'm getting here. There's a lot of noise. You have Five of Swords twice, so you're battling something. And you might be battling other people, too. It might be other people are throwing things at you. Maybe you have a difficult job with a lot of coworkers you don't like, and you're being overworked. But I feel more, though, that this is about just too many battles that are created by you. And that, yes, you have control, seem to have control of the situation, but you're hurting yourself in the process. You're just creating pain for yourself by constantly battling people and things and doing all this stuff. You just need to, clear away some of the clutter and get some help from people who will have your back, who are kind of like-minded. Okay? Next, Eight of Swords. This also came up in the first pile. Again, yeah, it's about your perception that you need to have, that you're bound by all the things in your head, by all the thoughts going around, all the stuff. You're not clear. There's no vision able to come through here. It's like you're just over-cluttered, over-busy. You're having to balance a lot of things. And so you kind of need to surrender control here and allow what needs to come through by clearing away a lot of what's in your head. A lot of it's in your head here. Finally, the Hermit. Exactly. This is you going into solitude by yourself and allowing these visions to come through. So kind of going on an inward journey. You really need to go on an inward journey here. There's something, an idea you have, it's brilliant, okay? It's what you've always wanted. You can have this. You just need some help here. And you need to clear away some clutter and stuff in your head. You're going to get that by creating some time and space for yourself. For you. Okay? Time for a nap. That's the card I was talking about. Time for a nap. This is about visions and dreams. But this is also about you just taking a break. Maybe you need to go on a vacation. Maybe this is just about getting more sleep. But whatever reason, you need to take care of yourself here. Some self-care that needs to happen, that really needs to come in from you going inside yourself. Okay? Lighten up. Last quarter moon Leo. Lighten up. So Leo is also an energy. I'm a Leo rising. So it's about an energy of Six of Wands, of wanting to be seen and kind of like bravado. And King of Wands too. It's like allowing yourself the space to emerge as the beautiful butterfly that you are. You have this idea, you have something you want to do, but it's not happening because you're too busy. You need to lighten things up. You need to literally lighten up your life here. You need to lighten things. You've just got too much going on. And so that's what's really happening. So this is these are pre-shuffled. Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. This is the same woman that does this Starseed Oracle deck familiar. This is her new deck. I love this deck. And it gets to a more profound spiritual message for this reading about what is blocking your manifestation. All right. Okay, so only 2 cards wanted to come forward for you. All the other piles it was 3, or the other pile it was 3, so that's fine. We have Brother of the Rose, Sacred Masculine, Honor, Protection, Support. Now, if you look at this card, there's a pregnant woman in the middle, and there's men around her that are praying. This is, again, back to that 3 of Pentacles. You creating a team of support around you so that you can bring this, whatever it is, to life. Whatever it is that you want in order to birth it. It's like you need to create a team of support around you to make that happen. People you trust, people who have your back, who understand your life, who know what you want and will have your back. Okay? Might also be people in your life right now that are kind of sabotaging you as well. It's the 5 of Wands energy. Finally, open, say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. Okay. So yeah, you might be busy simply because life is hard right now. If you have kids, it's a pandemic, it's endless. I get it. I have kids too, so I know. But this is saying like it's time to open up. Just throw caution to the wind. Let people help you. Let people in. Allow yourself the time, the space to go inside yourself and be open to receiving here, okay? It's time to be open to receiving. It's time to allow this vision to come to you. And that's going to happen when you're able to finally declutter your life a little here and make space. You need to make space for it by going inside yourself. Time for yourself, whether it's a vacation, So for some of you, it might be one of those retreats where you have to be silent and don't speak. You ever hear those weekends you have to go away and you literally can't put your phone away, you can't talk at all. And for some people, that's hard to do. But I kind of feel like you need that. You will have that breakthrough aha moment once you're able to have time alone by yourself to really feel and not feel like the pull of all the other stuff going on in your life. You need to clear out some space and time just for you. All right, guys, I hope that helps you. Please do subscribe to my reading. I would love to have you back. Do comment on this reading, even if whether it resonated you or not. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. Hi, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so this reading is going to be about what is blocking your manifestations. So that could be anything that's happening because of self-sabotage, something you're doing, or something out of your control, something in your environment. So this reading is going to look at, what you can do, or what is blocking your manifestations and what you can do about it. Okay. So I have some oracle cards here. We're going to only look at these 3 are going to be, we're going to look at now. These ones will come later. This is the oracle card deck we're going to use later. This one is the tarot deck we're going to use to look at what you can do to release the blocks. And this is the tarot deck that we're going to use to find out what is blocking you. So let's start with the oracle cards. So the first card you have is the Storm. Okay. Now again, with some of the other piles, I really hope this is straight. I often go back into my, when I'm doing editing and looking at it and just getting annoyed because some of the cards are a little crooked. So I hope it's not distracting. Next we're going to do this one, the Divine Feminine. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Okay. Set straight. I hope so. And next we have purpose. I know what I am here to do. Okay. So I very much resonate with this pile. It's like, might even be my pile. The reason why you're blocked is completely out of your control right now. You just have a lot of stuff going on in your life. We've had the pandemic. We've had, there's wars going on. There's all kinds of things that are completely out of control. And I think it's been affecting you a lot. And if it's not just that, it's other stuff in your life right now. That's the storm that's coming through your life is clearing away the things that are no longer going to work for you. And some of these are going to leave painfully. Some of these are going to be traumatic. And you've probably been experiencing this already. Okay. So this is just confirmation for you that it's not your fault. Okay. I'll if the Wheel of Fortune comes out, I'll know for sure. It's a fate thing. It's just certain things are out of our control. And the reason why you're blocked is because some things in your life have to be cleared away in order to make your manifestation come true. So right now, this is just saying, just be open to receiving, just be an open vessel at the moment. You don't need to do anything. No action is required on your part. You just need to be open. And this is for purpose. Just remember, you know what you're here to do. Just remember that you have a purpose. Keep that in your heart while the storm passes. You're in a storm. You can't do anything in a storm. We shelter in a storm. And while you're sheltered, you can take this time to really get clear about what your purpose is and what it is that you want to do. And allow the storm to pass. It will pass. Things will get better, okay? So whatever is going on in your life, and I feel that this pile has a lot of stuff going on that is intense. And I feel you. I went through that for many years of really intense things. And it was just a lot of me on the bathroom floor crying. And I got through it, though. And you'll get through it, too. Okay? Life throws shit at us. It just throws the shit. But you have to take the step back and realize that just let it pass. And my favorite mantra that I repeat over and over and over again, this has gotten me through so many difficult parts of my life, is this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I want you to keep saying that to yourself, okay? This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Remind yourself that you're just in a storm. The storm will pass. But the storm has gifts. There are moments inside the storm of awe. Okay. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. So we're going to see a little bit more about what is blocking your manifestations. And maybe some timing will even come in. Like, when is this damn storm going to pass, right? When? I know. I was like that for years and years and years. And just now, the storm is clearing for me. And it's, for me, been many, many years. And there have been many storms. So you'll have a storm, it'll pass, and another storm will come in right after it. And that's just how life is. And you're being asked to be just open to this. Don't fight it. Release any need to control things you can't. It's out of your control. So this is the pile where it's not anything that you're doing. This is just stuff it's just stuff you have to let happen and let pass. In the meantime, though, so let's get some advice from the cards and see what you can do in the meantime, how long. Maybe it'll give us some timing here too. But it's going to be different for everybody. So it's going to be hard. It's like some of you, this could last for years. Some of you might just be a couple months. It's really hard to say. Just don't worry about the timing of things. Because good things will happen in the storm too. There'll be moments of real clarity and inspiration. There'll be moments of breakthrough sunshine. There'll be eye of the storm will come your way. And then eventually it'll just clear. Look like it popped out. Ace of Swords. And look at the storm, the lightning. This is to say you're eternal. And all of your thoughts. It's just a fate thing. It's like, and the storm, so what's blocking right now is just that sword energy. The lightning. You can't think clearly right now. You can't think clearly because stuff is going on in your life and you just kind of have to let it pass. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? Okay. One card. Oh, it's beautiful. So we've been pulling 5 cards. I'm going to see if it's just these 2 cards that want to come out. Because this is the 9 of Cups, which is a wish card. It's like what's blocking is your wishes are just not coming the way you want. But it's also saying to keep that in your heart. You can't see clearly right now because you're in the storm. But the storm will pass. So, the Hermit. Okay, yeah, we do want to bring these cards. You're protecting your light right now. You're hiding in your shell because you kind of need to be. What's blocking you is just stuff. And you look at the lantern. This is your flame, your light, your purpose. You're protecting it, waiting for the darkness to pass. 2 of Swords here. 2 of Swords is about indecision, but I see 2 swords protecting the light here. 2 paths, 2 things. Father of Cups. This one wants to come out too. Ah, yes. 10 of Swords. Okay. Wheel of Fortune on the back. I told you. This is fate. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is out of your control, but right now you're just protecting the light. Don't let yourself get confused, okay? Or you can't think clearly right now because stuff is happening to you and it's not stuff you can control. 10 of Swords. You're at the end. Oh, this is good news. This came out. I was like, whew. Because if it was 9 of Swords, I'd be a bit worried. That means that you have more to go here. Oh, sorry, not 9 of Swords. 9 of Wands is the one where it's long, treacherous path. But 10 of Swords is this is rock bottom. You're there. But this is like, it's only up from here. So this is letting me know that the storm is now passing. Okay? You're at the end. So you might still get some stormy moments, but you're coming, and clear thinking is coming your way. Hold on to your vision. You know what you want. And your wishes might have been dashed. But you see the Father of Cups in this deck is a black swan. So this moment of darkness will really bring a real emotional balance to your life. This is about you finding nurturing and being that center of support for other people. I feel that some of you are on a path of counseling, a therapy, something like that. And I don't mean going to a therapist. Yes, definitely that too, because that will help. But I also feel some of you, that's your path. But the King of Cups here, Father of Cups, I kind of feel like because it's coming up in the blocked position. Some of you might be dealing with a death of a father right now, and maybe that's really just crushed you. You also might be dealing with real emotional turmoil. But this is ending. You know, you've been protecting your light. You've been protecting your purpose. Things are passing, and things will, they'll sort themselves out. And you're going to come out stronger for this, okay? You're going to have a real emotional balance to you. Like, ain't nothing going to get to you after the storm passes. These storms. I kind of feel like it's many storms that you've been through here. But you've held the light. You've been holding yourself strong, okay? You've been holding on to your wishes. But you're also afraid to make a wish. You're afraid to make the wrong decision right now because you can't think clearly. And this is also saying, like, don't worry about that. Make your wish. And Father of Cups 2 could be, it's time to go see a therapist to talk about what you've been going through. Because therapy, it really helps us move past traumas. And, you know, if you're going through a storm and a difficult time, you've been going through some trauma. And you have trauma. And it's, you know, important for you to manage that. Okay? You need to go see somebody. I'm going to bring that one out. About the things that have been happening in your life. So you can work through this Ten of Swords moment that you're in. Because this is definitely, it's out of your control. It's not your fault, okay? What's happening basically is these cards are saying it's not your fault. But it's happening for a good reason. Things are being cleared out of your life so that something really good can come in. And you have to have faith here. Have faith, believe, okay? Allow this. Okay, the Four of Cups. Yes, that indecision. You can't see clearly right now. You don't know what you want because you're not really supposed to. But this is saying, like, you need to take help that's offered to you right now. You're not. You're kind of... So I feel like you're coming out, like if you see the red here, you're coming out of the storm into like, but you're feeling disenchanted by everything that's happened. And now you're maybe you feel like you don't need help. It's like, I can do this on my own. But this is really saying here, especially with the Four of Cups, take the cup that's being offered to you. Whatever help comes your way, take it. Don't be, you know, too caught up in the loss, right? Like, you don't know what you want. I kind of feel like you don't know what you want. And the reason why you don't know what you want is because of the fact that you've been going through a lot and things have been cleared away. And the things that you wanted, you no longer want anymore because now you're new. When the Ten of Swords, it just basically destroys. It's like the Tower. The Storm is like the Tower card. It's been destroying everything in your life that's weak and can't hold up so that you can build a new foundation. And so this Four of Cups is saying now it's time for you to accept a cup that's being handed to you. Somebody's trying to help you or something is coming your way. Just take it. Even if it's like something you normally wouldn't have taken because you're used to certain things. They're gone now. And you kind of have to accept certain things are gone in your life and take the new cup. There's something new coming in, okay? King of Wands, King of Cups, okay? This is saying, like, hold your flame, have the courage. You've weathered the storm. You can do it. You can keep going. You have the strength. Be brave here. The King of Wands is also an entrepreneurial card. So if any of you have been thinking about starting your own business, maybe you had a business, now it's time to start a new thing. There's something new that wants to come in. This is a message for some of you. A new thing that wants to come in, and it's saying accept it. maybe you lost your job, you never thought about going out on your own and starting your own business. King of Wands is saying you could do that if you want to. But mostly it's saying here, they're lying in the back. You have the strength, you hold the light, you hold the king, you're the crown. You're the master of your own reality. And you can create the life that you want now. It's been cleared away. Now it's time for you to create that new life, okay? Two of Wands, make those plans to travel. Okay, you can travel again. You can start going out there again. It's okay. It's safe for you to open up to new experiences in the new world. It's time for you to make some plans, to think about what you want, to be a little more decisive, okay? Ace of Wands, follow that passion. There's something in your mind. It's a passion. You're overthinking a little here because you've been through a lot and you don't know what it is that you want anymore. But now it's saying, allow your mind to have that moment of like, the Wands energy is passion. It's a spiritually guided aha moment. And that will come when you start making plans and you feel safe again. Nine of Swords, yeah. You're dealing with a lot of anxiety and fear. Look at the King of the Cups is on the back. See a therapist, okay? Talk to somebody. And accept help. Somebody wants to help you, or something is coming through that wants to help. Be open to help. Be open to the support. Okay, you're up at night worrying, but a lot of this is worries now that the storm is passing. There's a white bird of hope up here. The storm is passing. Okay. It's safe for you to start working on those things, those ideas, those passionate new ideas. You have new. Ace of Wands is something new. Okay, something new. A new opportunity is coming in. Either it's one that you've been thinking about because it's in her mind. I think it's something that you've been thinking about, but it's also something that's being offered to you that maybe it's not something you thought about before. It's not what you wanted. It's not what I wanted. You know, you feel like that because you've been through some storms. You've lost some things and you want them back. But this is saying there's something new that wants to come in and to release some of these worries by talking to somebody. Like a therapist, or maybe if you're seeing a therapist and you don't really like them, find a new one. You need to be open to new experiences now, and to step out and just start making plans. Like, it's safe for you to do that. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards. A change in the wind. Yeah, this is stuff that's completely out of your control, just comes in and blows away all your plans. But you know what? It's clearing away. It's clearing all that stuff away so that you can make new plans and you can start new. A fresh start is what's coming through here. Okay, and we have take a breather, last moon in Cancer. So yeah, you need to heal now. It's time for you to heal. And I get to take a breather again, that time to heal, time is for therapy, guided meditations, going on a healing journey now. Okay? You need to take a healing journey. Whatever that means for you. Everyone is different. I'm not going to tell you what will heal you. Everyone is watching this is going to be different. But you know what that is. And it's just time for you to heal. Replenishment time. You're getting a break, okay? The storm is passing. You need a break now to kind of manage. I really sense that you really need to manage the traumas that have happened by talking to somebody, a therapist or somebody who is skilled and understanding. Doesn't have to necessarily be somebody you pay for. It could be somebody in your life that you just trust, who's wise. But you need to speak to somebody who's wise and experienced, an older person who can guide you, who can help you right now, because you've been through a lot and it's confused you. Your mind is confused. You don't have any clear thought, and that's because you've been, hiding out in your shell, waiting for the storm to pass. And, the Ten of Swords, it's fate stuff, right? It's out of your control. You cannot do anything about this. And so, it's just saying to go out and accept help from somebody. Emotional support. It's Cups energy. That's an emotional support you need. Okay. So I'm doing this as the Rose Oracle. It's a very nice, beautiful oracle card deck for spiritual advice. Really good spiritual advice. So let's see what wants to come through. Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. Yeah, so this is my logo, and it means fire. It's a symbol for fire. And again, we have this fire, the wands. This passion needs to come back into your life here. And it's there, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. You've learned a lot of lessons. You've been through a lot in your life recently. And it's opening up some things inside yourself you didn't even know was there. And that's what you really need to focus on. The spark of fire needs to come back. You need to go into warrior mode here a little bit. And really find that thing inside of you. It's right there. It's like hidden in plain sight. In other words, it's right there. The answers are right in front of you. You just kind of need to sort out some of the clutter in your mind from all of the stuff that's happened. Some healing journey needs to happen. Oh, the sun. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. See, the sun is coming back, guys. It's coming back. The sun is about to open up in your life. You're about to feel so much better. Whew, what a relief, right? Yeah. And the sun is also that fiery energy that illuminates everything. So you're about to see. So things are going to be becoming clear. But you really need to seek that out for yourself as well. You need to accept help. And just enjoy it. Like literally go out in the sun. Maybe you need a vacation to somewhere tropical or somewhere sunny. Or just to stand out in the sun more. You just need more time of healing and rejuvenation from that sun. Last but not least, the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. Yes, things are going to start to flow now. Things are coming back to themselves. Maybe you reconnect with somebody you lost. Oh, maybe you're going to meet somebody new. Something new is coming in. Something wants to come in, okay? And embrace that. You don't need to worry anymore. The Nine of Swords, you don't need to worry anymore. Let the worry go. I'm telling you, this reading is telling you that it's clearing away now. The sun is coming back out. It is safe for you to make plans. It is safe for you to feel that zest for life. It's going to come back, okay? And what will really help will help you push forward is seeking help. Like I said, a therapist or somebody that you trust, somebody in your life, somebody who can give you some really good, solid advice that will help you heal those emotions, that anxiety, that worry, that intense amount of stuff that you've been going through. And some of you, it's going to be pretty dark, heavy energy. And others of you, it's just, you've been going through a lot of storms. And now you just kind of need somebody to help you work through, clear your mind so that you can, really center and ground yourself. And let the sun shine in, and it is, okay? Totally, 100%. Things are coming back. Things are going to feel good. You're going to feel rejuvenated, okay? Rejuvenation is coming. The storm is passing. That's good news. So don't worry. You're not blocked. Nothing is blocking your manifestation. It's just a cycle in your life that had to play out. But now things are clearing, and things are going to get better, so it's safe for you to make plans. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Do subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back. And do comment if this resonated, even if you didn't. I just love hearing from you. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. So in this reading, we are going to look at what is blocking your manifestation. So that could be something that's out of your control. It could be something that you're doing. Maybe you're sabotaging yourself. We're going to take a look at the cards to see what it is that's blocking your manifestations and what you can do to correct that or to open it up again, okay? So these cards, I'm going to take this one, and these are going to be for the beginning. These two, we're going to wait for the end. This is an oracle deck that we're going to wait until the end. This deck is going to tell us what we need to do to overcome the manifestation block. And this deck is going to tell us what is blocking our manifestation. All right, so let's start with these cards. First, we have the bridge. Okay. And I've said this with every pile. I hope these are straight. Anytime I go back and I edit the video and I see crooked cards, it drives me crazy because it can be distracting. So I hope these are straight. It's hard to tell sometimes on camera. Okay, next we have, I think it's Merkaba. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to transverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experience into our present to serve our highest purpose. Okay. Next we have doubt. I release the need to know all of the answers. All right. So I kind of get two messages here. One is that the bridge is telling me here that it's like you need to accept support from something or someone. And you're not feeling very trusting. You're doubting. You're doubting other people. You're doubting yourself. And I think what I really strongly feel from this pile is a need to trust something greater than yourself, that you are actually being guided, that the universe is like a catch-all phrase that can mean anything you want it to mean. God, source energy, angels, your ancestors, or just your own inner knowing, that part of us that is connected to something greater. And I think what's blocking you is that you don't trust it. You don't trust that there's something greater than yourself. And maybe some of you watching this are atheist, although, it's a tarot card reading. So if you're watching this, you must have some kind of belief that there is something greater than yourself. You need to trust that and stop doubting it, because it's your doubting of that it's like you feel you're alone and you're not supported, but you are. And so it's that doubt, these doubts that you have that are blocking your manifestations. It has a lot to do with just trusting that there is something greater than you that is giving you support. And to tap into that, you're really being asked to tap into that source energy of something else. See this hand coming out and you accepting that bridge, that colorful rainbow bridge of something other than you. Because you might not feel very supported in this life, in this world, in your life. Maybe you just don't. Maybe just people aren't very supportive, or they're doubtful of you. Maybe you feel other people doubt you. But it's that feeling like people just not seeing your full potential. And my brain is not wanting to access the words that I need to describe. And basically, it's like other people doubt your own abilities. And because of that, you doubt yourself. You don't feel supported, is what I feel. You don't feel supported. And so this is saying to find that support outside of yourself and this plane, this world, and reach out to something greater than yourself. Maybe it's just nature. If you don't want to believe in God or whatever, nature. Or just believe that there's something greater in yourself. You don't have to know what that is. You don't have to have a religion. You don't have to subscribe to any beliefs or anything like that. I don't. I don't subscribe to any beliefs. I keep myself very open because we don't know. Maybe subscribing to a belief, though, would help you. Maybe, I don't know. Some of you may want to look back into your childhood to some religion that you grew up with, that maybe you resonated with. Maybe pieces of that will help or not. Maybe it's getting rid of those old beliefs and following your own path here. You need to reach out to something greater yourself and just kind of just go for it. Like, stop doubting it. Okay. Let's see. These cards are ready. Oh, they are not. Okay. Kind of sense they weren't. I need a couple more. A little bit more here. Underestimating you. There it is. It just came to me. People underestimate you, and you underestimate yourself. That's what's happening here. And the way that, you can achieve or remove the blocks or to manifest your goals is to start believing in yourself and start to believe in something greater than you has your back and wants what you want. Okay. So this is what's blocking your manifestation. We have, okay, so this is 7 of Wands, but it's in reverse. Okay. Father of Pentacles, so that's King of Pentacles. Son of Wands, so that's Knight of Wands. Really getting family here. Mother of Cups. This is Queen of Cups. 5 of Cups. All right. On the back, 9 of Wands. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of family going on here. So you look, Son of Wands is between the Mother of Cups and the Father of Pentacles. The Son of Wands is looking towards the Mother of Cups, who is reaching out. Now, the thing about the Queen of Cups is that she can be very smothering. And the Father of Pentacles can be very much about achievements. So it's almost like your ideas from your family. Now, not everybody's going to have a mother and father, so this isn't going to resonate for all of you. But what this telling me, though, is that you're stuck between the teachings of your parents and what you actually want for yourself. And it feels like the 7 of Wands in reverse here. It's like you haven't been able to stand up for what you believe in. You're not standing up for your own passions and what you want to do. You're kind of allowing the teachings or the influence of other people. This is really reads like a family to kind of douse your flame. It's like the Mother of Cups with her water. She means well, but she's dousing your flame with her smothering, because it's like they want something that's best for you, but what you want isn't what they want, and they doubt you. It's like a doubting feeling here, and it's like it doesn't mean that your family didn't love you or whatever. That's not this. it's more like, family. It's like people you grew up with, people in your influence, had a lot of influence on your life, whoever that is. Masculine energies, older masculine energies, older feminine energies, the father figure type energies, the mother figure type energies, had a real dominant control over top of you, telling you what you should go, what path you should take, and what you should do, and telling you how you should think, how you should feel. And this has left you confused. So we have the Five of Cups. You just feel sad. There's a sadness here. You don't believe in yourself. You doubt yourself. Because you're not... you need to reach out to that greater source that doesn't doubt you, and to believe in something that's greater than yourself, so you can get away from the influences of the people in your life who have left you feeling doubtful over your own experience. It's like you're being influenced too heavily by others, and you haven't stood up for yourself. You really need to stand up for what you believe in, because you kind of just, the Five of Cups is just thinking about all the things that you don't have. You're trapped in thinking about all the things you don't have, and this is leaving you with a sense of doubt. So if you look, right in the middle is the Son of Wands, Knight of Wands. He's very passionate. He knows what he wants. But we have the Mother of Wands over here. Sorry, the Mother of Cups over here. Queen of Cups. Again, that energy can be very smothering, emotional manipulation. And then on the other side, we have Father of Pentacles, who is that, here's what you need to do. It's like, here's how to make money in life. You want to be an actor, so you have these passions you want to do. This is just an example. I'm not saying you want to be an actor, artist, whatever. Something that parents often look down upon, but your father figure in your life is like, no, you can't do that. You need to be practical. You need to think of ways that'll make money to support your family. And while they have good intentions, they're dousing your flame, and you're not standing up to them. It's like you're not standing up for what you want, and it's making you depressed. So there's a depression holding you back. And the depression goes back to your childhood dynamics. It has to go to people who have had influence over you in your life that has left you with this feeling of doubt. So it doesn't matter how old you are when you're seeing this reading. It's just about a childhood dynamic, a dynamic growing up of people telling you what you should do. You not defending yourself and saying, I'll do what I want to do. It's very nice of you. Thank you for your input. I'm following my own path here. Instead, you haven't stood up for yourself. You've allowed other people to kind of dictate to you what that you should do. And that's left you feeling sad. There's a depression. A feeling of doubts. You're doubting yourself. You're doubting that there's anyone who really cares or understands you. But that's not true. There are people who understand you. And there is something greater than yourself, okay? So let's take a look at what you can do. These cards here will tell you what you can do to get past this block. How we can bridge the gap here between what you want and what you think you're capable of. Because that's kind of what it comes down to here. You doubt yourself. You doubt your abilities. And that's heavily influenced by others. Because you haven't defended yourself. You haven't defended your own position in your own passions. Okay. Now, with the antlers being a rainbow kind of here, and there's some rainbows here. Some of you might, in the rainbow here, some of you might be gay. The LBGTQ, sorry, I don't know the initials off by heart. Lesbian and gay community, queer community, trans, rainbow here too. So some of you might be having an identity crisis simply because you have very heavily parents who have influenced you, or parental figures. Now, that's obviously just a message for a few of you. Not all of you are going to be in that situation, but for those of you that does resonate, maybe they don't accept you, or maybe they do accept you, but now they're trying to control you. So it's a feeling like they have to fix you in some way. But you don't need to be fixed. There's nothing wrong with you. You are who you are. You're gay, you're gay. That's just who you are. There's nothing, no shame in that. No shame in the fact that maybe you don't identify with either man or a woman. Or if you're a man and you identify as a woman, or if you're a woman you identify as a man. There is no shame in that. That's just how you feel. It's, not everybody's going to accept that, though. And you're going to have to, you have to accept that. You have to accept that other people are just going to have strong opinions about that part of you. But that part of you is in who you are, and you can't allow others to dim your light, to tell you can't be who you are because they don't agree with it, or they want you to change in some way to make you more palatable to them. But you don't need to be more palatable. You just need to defend yourself and say, no, this is who I am. Deal with it. Sorry, if you don't like it, that's your problem, not mine. And you really have to take on that attitude, because that will help you in life big time here. Obviously, okay, so not all of you are going to resonate there, but the message is true, regardless if it's about your sexual orientation or your gender identity. It's just about you defending yourself against people who have their own ideas about who you should be and what you should be doing. Okay. I feel like these are not straight. Watch me make them crooked. Sorry. Okay. I'm just going to fix them. So let's see. There. Now, first, Ace of Cups. Fill your cup with love. This is what you can do to unblock yourself. This is about you sharing your love with other people and not doubting it. Let your cup overflow with the love that's in your heart, whatever it is. Right? And allowing others to fill your cup with love. Something greater than you, or another community that supports you. So you need to reach out to some kind of supportive element, whatever that is, so you stop doubting your abilities. The moon, yeah, look at that. Diving into their subconscious and figuring out what it is that's holding you back, and embracing the different sides of yourself too. Embracing who you are and what it is that you want. Seven of Swords. So you just got to stand up for yourself. Don't let other people rob you of your joy, okay? You're allowing other people to rob you of your joy. So now it's time for you to stand up for yourself and not allow that to happen. Don't let other people, or even your own thoughts, your doubts, rob you of what's rightfully yours. 10 of Wands. You know what? I think you're a people pleaser, and you've been taking on a lot of stuff. So the 10 of Wands, though, is the end of a journey. So you're at the end. I think you're ready to let it go. I think you're ready to drop the expectations of other people. And when we're people pleasers, we take on so much. We want to make people happy. But this is saying you drop it. Okay. 2 of Pentacles. You can balance spiritual and practical. You can balance the back of the Ace of Swords. You have to let your own thoughts come out. You need to allow your own light to shine here and stop doubting yourself, and don't let other people dictate to you what you need to do. Unburden yourself from the what other people, because it's like right in your self-conscious. It's the moon here. It's about the subconscious. And it's also about feminine energy. It's about the mother. It's nurturing. There's something in nurture. You need to get into that and figure out, release that thing, that toxic stuff. It's hidden in your self-conscious because it's burdening you. It's burdening you. Believe in something greater than yourself, and This Two of Pentacles in this deck reminds me of this, the earthly, our purse, our pentacles, the things we do for money, and the spiritual. Something that greater soul purpose. And you need to balance them both right now. I think you've been working too hard on trying to please other people, and you've been ignoring your own path and taking on the burdens of other people. The people-pleasing thing, because you're a doubter. You doubt yourself. But you have to realize there is a path for you. There is a place for you. Okay, let's get your some oracle cards. Go the distance. Okay, believe in yourself that you can have the things other people want to have. You can win the race too, okay? Let the doubt go. You have the ability inside of you. The Moon too and the Five of Cups. Let that sadness go. Go inside yourself and really pull out what's sabotaging you. Seven of Swords is a saboteur card. It's somebody is sabotaging you. And it could be you sabotaging yourself, but I think it's both. And I think it's really you're allowing other people to sabotage your efforts here. Because you're taking on too much. They're burdening you with their stuff. And you need to find a balance in your life between the material world and what's expected of you and what you want. Full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. Yeah. It's going into the moon. It's going into that deep subconscious part of yourself and realizing that, you are worthy of the life that you want. But you have to realize that yourself. You have to see where you're holding yourself back. If you look at this, the ram, and the King of Pentacles. It's also saying that you have the ability to master your own life here. The King of Pentacles is like the end of the journey of the minor arcana. It's the achievement. You've attained your ultimate goal. And this thing, you have the ability to attain your ultimate goal. And it's about you realizing that. And not allowing other people, especially the father figure in your life, really getting that strongly. It's like, I feel a dynamic of the father who is like, son, are you not going to be an actor? That is silly. I want you to become a plumber. You're going to go to plumbing school, or I want you to go to medical school, or you're going to become a lawyer. Telling you what to do. I do this, you have to trust me, I want what's best for you. And your mother's like, the mother figure in your life is very smothering. Not allowing you, you can't get hurt. We can't allow you to do that because you might get hurt. And keeping you close to her. Kind of managing her emotions in a way. And you haven't dealt with your own. And it's left you feeling depleted. Five of Cups, empty. And it's depression. So you need to just realize where the people are robbing you of your joy in your life. And where you're allowing other people to. So this is about you allowing it. You're not defending yourself. This is about you allowing other people to rob you of your joy. You got to start standing up for yourself here, okay? And not letting them burden you with so much of their crap. You have your own path and your own life that you have to live here. Okay. So I'm doing the Rose Oracle deck. This is the new one by Rebecca Campbell. I love this. It's the same one who does the Starseed. It's a nice spiritual deck to get into. See what is some advice, some guidance for releasing those stuck things. Okay. Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, Scarlet Codes. I really feel like this is finding people who will support your passions and your dreams here. So finding a community, it's like reaching out to a community that will support you. Really strongly sense that. A sense of like a spiritual community, somebody who's really connected, or a group of people that are connected in a spiritual way, I think will really help you. Now by that, I don't necessarily mean you got to go to church or something like that. It could just be like a retreat or a group of people who are following their passions, whatever it is, something, some group of people you need to reach out to, or even just source energy. That ancient power is saying expression, activation, scarlet codes. There's something in you that wants to come out. It's being held back by you allowing other people to rob you of your joy and doubting yourself and doubting your own abilities. The sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. Again, you need to align yourself with people who believe in you. Because I really feel like what's going to help you is the support of a good, strong community of people that believe in you, who align with your values and what you believe and what you want. We are nature, becoming grounded, embodied, living in connection. Again, it's that energy of being around people, being in connection with something greater than yourself and Mother Nature, and being really, it's a real spiritual connection that needs to happen here. You need to develop spiritual relationships in your life. And again, that doesn't necessarily mean like a church group or religion or anything like that. It doesn't even have to believe. I do feel, though, that this group really does need to believe in something greater than yourself, whatever that means to you, and to find people who also feel that as well. You need that sense of community and support from like-minded people so you can stop doubting yourself. Because the doubt is coming from people who are robbing you of your joy. You have people who are sabotaging you. Either they're doing it without knowing that they're doing it. Maybe they're doing it with good intentions. How's that expression go? The path to hell is laid with good intentions. You know, it's like you're allowing other people their ideas. And it has to do with how we were raised to dictate how you're going to live your life now, when you need to let that go. It's a burden. It's weighing you down. It's time to connect with people who really have your back, and you can feel that beautiful sense of belonging. I feel like you need to belong to something. You need a sense that you need a feeling of belonging, and that will really help you overcome these blocks for your manifestation, because it's doubting. You're doubting yourself. You're doubting your abilities, and it's time for you to step up and stand up for yourself, stand up for what you believe in, go after what you want to do, and don't let other people hold you back. And then you'll do that by finding people who actually support you, so you can gain that sense of confidence through other people. Because I think that this particular pile really needs to feel that support from people, from strong relationships with other people who are like you and believe in what you believe in. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Do subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back. Thank you for joining me today. I love this reading, and if you have any questions or comments, do leave them. I'd love to read them, and I love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now.